Hello, my lovely people. I'm back with another reading. As you can see from the title, today's reading is about your future spouse, your favorite reading. But I feel like my subscribers, like, feel like every got like the same audience basically, except me. Like my audience are very special. Like I feel like my audience favorite topics, like when I see on my channel studio, is different than other audience on YouTube watching tarot readings. My audience they're just unique. Like I feel like my subscribers are just different. They don't like the same titles and topics. So I do feel like future spouse, a lot of a lot of people like those kind of reading, but my subscribers like this reading, but they like other kind of readings also better. So I feel like my subscribers are special, of course, and maybe you like my way of reading and my it just feel like you got some uniqueness. I don't know why I mentioned a lot about your personalities, but I do feel like you are drawn to people. They're not random. Even a stranger that you say hi to in a random day is not random. It's just someone maybe you just meant to meet and say hi and you had a life with. So anyway, let's start this reading. Why would your future spouse fall in love with you? We got 5 files here. One, two, three, four, and five. Choose one. I want you to just focus and choose the first file that you feel drawn to. Do not overthink it. If you overthink it, maybe get overwhelmed. Just focus and just choose with your intuition the first file or stone or whatever you feel drawn to. Remember to like this reading and to subscribe to my channel, and if you want to leave a comment, also whatever you want, just to support my channel, okay? And if you want a personal reading, you're gonna find everything in the description. If you want to join my channel membership, you're gonna find the link down in the description that says join my channel. I do both reading also for members if you want like extra readings, okay? So you're gonna find the playlist there for members only and can check what kind of reading I have there. Hi. Oh, yeah, let's see. I was sleepy then. I don't know why. I felt like from spirit and I felt happy. I had like a good energy. I don't know if everybody feeling this happy energy or just because of Aries season. Yeah, I'm in Aries. Maybe that's why, yeah. Anyway, so let's start this reading. Let's start it. One, two, three, four, five. Choose one. Number one here. Why would your future spouse fall in love with you? My hair, but my hair is falling less, like I say, with the smoothies that I've been doing. Check my elanooud fitness. I've made like magical smoothies that you cannot taste protein in it. I'm like, wow, I'm so impressed with my, like, I'm literally impressed. Like, cause before I used to force myself drinking proteins and it was like just disgusting. So I came up with a lot of ways with practice. You don't want to drink disgusting routine. Anyway, number one, why would your future spouse fall in love with you? I do something about your glutes. Thank you. Something about your glutes, like your ass, but your future spouse is a little bit different than you. I do feel like their personality, the way that they speak, they're very different. Because I would say you might call it an ass, and they may call it glutes or something like that. They could be like they could be very similar to you, or you could be speaking different. I don't know why, something here about it. So something about you speaking differently, it gonna just catch their attention because maybe they have an atmosphere. I cannot speak. Yeah, there's something about speaking here. Atmosphere of people around them is kind of like very tight or uptight. They could be very open. Your future spouse, they could be very open, and they have those things, and they really want to be like that. So they could be very stubborn with other people. They could be very stubborn with anybody. Like they're very stubborn with their family and everybody. And a lot of people see them as very stubborn, not giving too much, very greedy, very selfish, or always like having like a tough personality and not changing their mind. But I do feel like this is not really, it's just a stigma about your future spouse. It's not what's going on. I feel like what's going on is your future spouse is kind of tired of those people, and your future spouse kind of feel like those people are very tight. So the future spouse want to live, and they have like, if your spouse got like this inside them, they got this freedom, or they're very open-minded, or they're very sexual, or whatever it is, they have this thing that is very different than the people around them. They are very surrounded by a lot of karmic people in their lives. So they could also have family member like very uptight, or friends, or they have some kind of society or something like that just very uptight here. So I feel like right away you're gonna catch their interest because you speak exactly what's inside them, what's hidden inside them. It's kind of like maybe your future spouse also is an introvert for some of you, but you speak exactly, you scream like there's something here about Bane, and you exactly speak whatever they want. Like you do the things that they feel like, oh my god, this is my imaginary like fantasy of my life. Like I wanted people like that, and you speak in a way that they're very amazed. It could be very normal to you that you speak like that, that your whole family speak like that, or your entire friends or wherever you come from. But something about the way you talk is very different. You're not so uptight. You're just amazing to them. They're like wow, because they have a different atmosphere that they never really experience people like that. But this is what they feel inside. Feel like they want to speak like that, but they feel like they always have to kind of like hold their words, and they feel like people are not comfortable around them. People are like always trying to tell them that you're doing something wrong. And if future spouse had to kind of be stubborn and growing up, or had to be like, oh my god, no, I feel like what I'm doing is right, I want to speak like that, and people told them like this is not polite if you're gonna speak things like that. It's not polite to speak about your sexuality. It's not polite for you to like. It was just a lot of restriction that is like really not needed. So I do feel like your future spouse is stubborn because of that. They're not stubborn. They just like really want to be free, and then they see you and you're very free and you're someone who's like really gonna accept them. But they could also have a trouble of like approaching you and speaking to you because they have this fear of being judged, because they had a lot of people attacking them for who they are, and they are very confident. That's why they're very stubborn. They have like, they don't change their mind. I don't feel like, but sometimes maybe they have this frustration and anger because if you're stubborn and you're like a lot of people against you and you're trying to stay your ground, is just constantly you feel like you're in war. Okay, you defending your right, you defending that you're different, but then you feel lonely. You feel like you really want people to understand you. You want at least people who like you. So I feel like something about your personality just matches the thing that they really want to be. It's kind of like when they see you, this is like the life that they really want to be with. Like they want to be with you. They want to be around those people. They want this life. They want to be free. So it's kind of like when they see you, somehow very weird, but I'm trying to explain it to you. When they see you, they feel like you're speaking the words, like you kind of showing them how you're very comfortable, and kind of giving them also ways and more confident in the way that you talk. So they kind of taking ideas from you about how to defend themselves, or how to live what's inside them outside. It's kind of like maybe they didn't have a lot of people around them teaching them how to do those things. They want to do it, but they don't know where to start. And you're kind of like very free and very natural to you. Maybe you come from different atmosphere, something like that. Kind of like, wow, yeah, I'm defending my rights. I'm defending a lot of things, but actually what I need to do is exactly like this person. Like I'm sick of that. Maybe I should cut those people. Maybe like that. So if you like right away, you're gonna be like amazing this person. You're gonna be like really this person gonna be impressed by you. So I do feel like also your future spouse gonna fall in love with you. As I said about your open mindedness, something about you is very free. You don't have like, you could have a faith and religion, but you're not very uptight to an idea. There's an idea, a specific idea for some of you, because it's a general energy, general reading. Every time choose about similar energies, different messages. There's an idea, it could be like this person want to be free from, and you're very free from this idea. It could be a specific topic, okay, that this person doesn't like people who are like that, very uptight with this. It could be one thing, and you're not like that, okay. So I do feel like your future spouse really love that you kind of understand their emotion and their struggle right away. It's kind of like they feel like you have this empathy to understand them, so they cannot express themselves, or maybe in the past they had this idea of like, maybe I should express more. Maybe that's why people are not understanding that I'm in pain. Maybe I have to say more words. Maybe I have to express myself by screaming, yelling. So they had people who like they didn't care about your person, or they had people who like not very empathic, or just simply stupid. So they don't have this frustration of like, I'm exhausted to explain myself. They feel like you understand them. If they're frustrated, you understand them right away. You have this smartness. Like you're very intuitive. It kind of like pick up really fast to what they're saying, or you're just very smart, which is like amazing to them. Like they don't have to. They feel like it's kind of like an eye opening also, because you don't require this abuse, like this abusive feeling, like you don't require explaining, or just you get frustrated having to explain yourself over and over again. You kind of open their eyes about some toxic behavior from their exes or family or some people, because they feel like, okay, if this person really understand what I'm saying really fast, and understand that I don't like that and I like that, why other people made me feel like they didn't understand what I'm saying, and they had me like explain myself more. Kind of like you open their eyes about some toxic behavior about people. So I don't feel like they're gonna fall in love with you right away because of that. I don't feel like your future spouse, this is something really weird. Also, for some of you, it might be weird for you, but your future spouse is gonna fall in love with you because you're gonna break their ego. You're gonna be like humble on this person, so they're gonna love the idea that you kind of humbled them. Also, in the same way, you kind of broke something that they did not know, that they are very defensive, because maybe they had to defend themselves here for a long time, and they had this ego, and then they forgot that they're doing it with everybody. They're doing it because they are very protecting themselves, and they had this ego of like, I'm very proud of myself, because people constantly attack this person, so this person had to be in this proud energy. It's kind of like it becomes a way of like they speak it. You know, those people sometimes like they kind of like they speak it all the time, like somehow sound like they are seeking approval, but it's just a habit that this person had. Like it's kind of like they go in a room, it's like, yeah, I'm doing that. Like it's like, okay, we didn't ask you why you're doing that. It's like, yeah, I'm doing that because I like it. Don't judge me or stuff like that. Which is like, this is a story that I'm gonna tell you about. Like one time I was like at a club, okay, and it was like really midnight, and I was having a fight with this really psychopathic guy who was just like in my class and had like a crush on me, which was, he was weird. I don't know, in the club he was doing things, and like, I don't know, he was just really weird. So I got out of the club and I was fighting with this guy, and we're having this argument outside, and then this other man came randomly from the street, and he was totally like drunk, and he came and he was starting like, we're, imagine me and the guy shouting at each other, the freak, and then the stranger came to us, and he was like, he was just yelling at us, and then yelled at the guy, and he's like, yeah, I'm gay, man. Like I said, I'm gay, I don't know what. And then we looked at him, it's like, okay, good for you. It's like, I came out of the closet and stuff like that. I said, okay, good for you, like congratulations. Okay, we are having a discussion here, so thank you. We are like, you, yeah, we're happy for you. Okay, move on. And then he started picking a fight with the other guys. Like he's saying, yeah, I'm gay, do you have a problem with it? And then he's like, and then like the guy that I was with, he's like, oh my god, I'm really gonna beat him up. Like it's like, I don't give a fuck if you're gay or not. Like, why are you trying to pick a fight with us? It's just like because he was drunk, and it's kind of like, it feels like very insecure, and he just like tried to kind of seek approval. We're like totally strangers. He just came to us drunk, and he's just trying to just lash out and project basically. So we're like, constantly trying to assure him like, we're fine with that, but can you leave us alone, we don't know you, like that. So I do feel like this is what I feel about your person. So maybe you're gonna like notice this about your person. It's kind of like randomly trying to kind of show off or tell you the things that they are doing, which gonna feel a little bit weird to you, or very like dumb, or like they're trying to brag, but they're actually trying to kind of like, it's a habit that they had, that they need to constantly speak it out because they felt people are like not accepting them. So they kind of have this cover, and also they're very confident of themselves, but with time it become very arrogant, or it becomes like they become a little bit insecure. For some of you, they could be a little bit insecure. That's why they're trying to constantly tell themselves to kind of like give themselves power, because this person is strong. Even though if they got insecure a little bit, they are trying to be strong and trying to resist this temptation of like fallen into the trap of what people want. It's kind of like they just want to assure themselves like, this is what I like, I am that, this is what I like. So this is what I feel like, you're gonna humble this person, because you're gonna be like, I don't give a fuck or something, and this person gonna realize some toxic habit that they're doing. Like, I don't have to constantly speak about those things. I don't have to, I sound really arrogant or dumb, or sound really insecure. So you're gonna show them that how they sound, and they're gonna be not pleasant, but they're gonna like you for like really opening their eyes, or at least they're gonna feel like you care about them. That's why you spoke some kind of truth to them. So that's what I'm seeing about a person. What they're gonna fall, why they're gonna fall in love with you, because you are not clear. Okay, so something about you, you're not clear, but you're clear in the same time. It's like they're gonna fall in love with you because you're not someone like who just, you look them in their eyes and they feel like you're not clear with them. And I feel like for some of you, but like the fact, like sometimes you feel like when they are acting bad, or like when they are like acting in a way that you feel like it's not up to your level, you just become like it seems so obvious to them that you hold them back from words that maybe gonna be hurtful. And this also thing gotta make them feel like they gotta make them fall in love with you, because it's just so obvious to them whenever they do something wrong that you don't like it on your face. Somehow it's like, Why? Because it's like on your face, or they keep like something about it just irritate them, so you get under the skin also. Something about it just like you getting irritated to kind of irritate them, but they're gonna love this. They're gonna love that you are not someone who like cheap or like fallen for them really fast. Maybe they had people like fallen for them really fast, but you're kind of like so obvious from the start. Like you get kind of grossed out by some behaviors, and you're like not so desperate for them. Maybe they had a lot of people like very desperate to them for them, and you're like looking at them and you're looking at those behaviors. So obvious. It's so obvious. Like you're not pretending that you're playing games like hard to get. It's so obvious that you're literally ignoring them because you're literally disgusted. Okay, so this is what I feel. They feel like you're very clear about your emotion, but you hold them backwards. So sometimes they really want to hear it, but they know those words gonna be like not pleasant, and you're just trying to ignore them because it's so obvious on your face. Number two, why would your future spouse fall in love with you? We remember to like and subscribe to my channel to support my channel. Okay. I feel like number two, for some of you, maybe you're gonna feel drawn to choose more than one bio. For some of you, I don't know why I said that. Um, then might choose like also two. Let me drink dry while talking. You're not very clean. They're gonna find it very, very sexy. I don't know why. It's not about your body. It's something about a mess. So you could be someone who's like very messy, and it's just very cute and very adorable to this person that you're very messy, or like you mess things up, like you do things like this is the first thing that they're gonna fall in love with you. I don't know why is it just very intriguing to this person, but this person love that. They love that you're just chill. Like I see you like drinking in the bathroom, like you're in the bathroom having a glass of wine in the bathtub, or like you having a beer and then you leave it there, and you're just like leaving things somewhere. Like you're just very messy, and like sometimes you drink and your cup is like on I don't know where you drink a coffee. I don't know, something about you, like you're messy. They're gonna love that. And then you leave like a toothpaste there and just like everything there. They just love that you're just messy. This person like love that you're messy for some reason. Like I don't know. I don't feel like this person really gonna fall in love with that. They just find it very adorable, or they just like it. Also, this person literally like this is just weird, but it's your future spouse. I'm just gonna read the energy. I'm just gonna channel the energies, and you're like, what are your future spouses like that? Is future spouse like that? You're just spoiled. Like it could be like you are spoiled, or it could be just it's your nature. Even if you never grow up with like housemaid, or like never grow up like with a life that you were too spoiled, even though it's your personality, you're very spoiled. Like you don't like to do things like inside the house, or you don't like, even if you're a hard worker, like even if you go to work from 9 to 10, or to 9 to 10, 9 to 5, sorry, 9 to 10. Wow, what a job. So 9 to 10, so 9 to 5 or something like that. But you're like spoiled, like in a way that you don't want to do things. Like if you don't want to do things, you don't want to do things. Like sometimes you're like, I don't want to wash, I don't want to do laundry. Like it just feels like so hard for you, or you feel like it's something is very hard. Like it feels like a hard job. Cleaning is a hard job. It could be like it's not for you, but sometimes you get lazy. Maybe you're someone who's like you don't literally like to clean every day. Like not a lot of people like to do that, of course, but it just like for you it's just a hard job. Like for you it's just very depressing. For you it's like doing science or doing math, okay, or something like that. Like you feel like if you want to get up to clean, like you don't know where to start. It just feels like you get overwhelmed, and it's just something very hilarious about that to this person. They're very loving that. It's just very hilarious to them. They find it very funny. They find it very adorable. It's like they look at you and they feel like you're spoiled, something like that. So and maybe for some of you, you order housemaids or something, like you let people do simple tasks for you because you don't like those things, or something like that. Even if you're like a hard worker and you would work on things, as I said, or you have a lot of things that you work on, just when it comes to those little things, you just find it very difficult to take the trash out or do those things. Or maybe some of you do have housemaid, or you are like booking by the hours housemaid to do that. You just find it some kind of irritation. You get irritated by those things. Okay, and this person really like that you're spoiled. So also this person like that you're just like sometimes very bratty or something like that. Or sometimes like maybe you will say like I'm not like that, but this is how this person sees you. Maybe this person just have a different lifestyle than you. Maybe they grew up in a house where like they had a lot of rules, a lot of chores. Like they were not allowed to put like I kid you not. Did you live with German people? Like I know not a lot of German people like that, but like some of them, and I know a lot of German people don't do like shit like that, especially student, but older people. Okay, I don't know, just my first experience. But then later on when I saw other like my age, they don't do that. But literally, like I had this family the first time I was living with a family, then I didn't want to live with a family just for a week, then I had to go and live alone. And it's like, if you're gonna wash the dishes, like imagine washing your cup, okay, and then if you're gonna put it to dry, like the sink, like you wash, yeah, there's water, you have to dry the sink, and you have to dry also, you have to take a towel and dry everything, and dry also, you wipe everything from, like you have to also clean the sink from water, okay, and then you have to put it and then put the cup, like it just was a big job for me to clean the cup at first, and then like to clean the sink as well, like to dry it, it just like feels like why. And then if you want to throw the trash, you have to take the can and just clean it and then throw it in the trash. Basically, you have to clean the trash before throwing the trash. Okay? Something like that. So I do feel like this person could be like from a country like that, or their family is very strict or something. So for you, it just feels like they find it very funny. They find it very funny, and it could be very normal to you, but they find it very funny that you cannot do something like that. And I do feel like why this person would fall in love with you. I do feel like this person gonna fall in love with you because you don't age, or you look very young, or you're just very youthful. It could be like it's not just about youthful. I do feel like your future spouse gonna fall in love with you because your personality is full of life. Like no matter how old you are, or how you grew, like how many years you're together, or just you're still fun, like you're very fun, you're full of life. Also it could be like you're always looking good, you never give up on yourself, you don't give up on yourself, you're always there for yourself, you're always doing things for yourself, you're always taking care of yourself, you're not giving up on yourself, you're always looking clean, you're always looking amazing. So I do feel like your future spouse love that about you, that you're always looking amazing. I do feel like your future spouse love about you that you talk to yourself a lot, or you mumble in a lot of things. Like you sometimes you talk to yourself, or you think so loud, or you do something like that. I do feel like little things literally your future spouse gonna notice. Maybe you never notice about yourself. I do feel like those little things you'll be like, oh, I never noticed that I do things like that. I do feel like your future spouse gonna love that why they're gonna fall in love with you at first. I do feel like they're gonna notice little things that you didn't notice about yourself, like walking and doing that, like while think when you think you touch your face and something like that. I feel like this person gonna be really fall in love with you so deeply because they're gonna notice all those little things. I do feel like your future spouse gonna love that you're not mysterious with him. Like you're not mysterious, like you have zero mystery, like about you, in a good way. It's not like a bad way. It's like I do feel like when it comes to mystery, it's like you're not like, you don't give them puzzles. Like if you don't like something, you're gonna tell them that. Like you're very direct to a point. Maybe sometimes it could be very hurtful, and it's like they don't have to kind of like just beg you to tell them the truth, or like you don't like act like a smile to their face and then like tell them lies and then you're mad. Like you don't have this, like you don't give them headache. Like whenever you want something, you're gonna say it. If you're upset, it's just gonna be there. Even if you pretended, you're gonna be pretending for like, let's say, good 5 minutes, and then you're gonna explode. Like you cannot pretend, you have to say whatever on your chest. I feel like your future spouse gonna really love that you say whatever on your chest. It's kind of like you are like here waiting. So imagine you're mad and they open the door. I don't feel like why they're gonna fall in love with you, but I keep saying your future spouse with number two before fall in love with you, because I do feel like you're gonna really move in with this person really fast. So you might date this person or just like fall in love instantly with this person. So you could be like literally fall in love, like love from the first sight. So I do feel like you might visit each other a lot or go to their apartment a lot or something like that. It just feels like very intense. You might talk to each other for a while, but then you're gonna happen this way if you're gonna meet up and stuff like that, okay? Or something about it, it's just gonna be like a conversation or you're gonna have something. I do feel like they're gonna love that they just like come and they see you like that. Like if you're angry, you're just waiting for them, like you're just waiting for them because you really want to say something. Like you just would not let it go. Like you would not let it go. Like this is the thing that they love about you, that you would not let it go. No, you would not. If you see something that you don't like, you would not let it go. Like it's not like you're not gonna go to bed till you address the situation that you don't like they love that about you, and sometimes maybe it could be very hurtful, but they feel like this is what made them literally feel like their heart is just bursting for you, like their emotion is growing for you. Maybe the future spouse never fall in love that bad. I feel like they feel like that it's bad somehow. I don't feel like the first time they're gonna fall in love with you, they feel like it's very bad because they might have panic attack or something like that, because they feel like it's just so bad. Like it feels like so bad because it's just very real, but they're very addicted to you and they cannot break free from you. But at the same time, they're just very addicted to you, so they might be freaking out a little bit and they just don't know why. They might not want to trust their emotion or they're scared from relationship or something like that. But I do feel like they're gonna feel some kind of holy connection with you later on as well. They're gonna believe it because every time they're around, it's just they cannot shake this feeling. Maybe they're just very scared from falling in love, but it's just this thing that they cannot run away from you, and you just have the nerve to speak it up to them. Maybe they're also very strong, and it could be like you're the only one who's like not seeing them the way that everybody see them. And this can be also a thing that they're why they fall in love with you, because I do feel like a lot of people are very intimidated by this person, but you're like, what the fuck, like you look at this person like that. But I do feel like they love that they cannot run away from something that they done, or it could be something that you saw and you want to speak it out. Make this person feel like every time you do this, but some people like could be this thing, it could be something that was toxic in old relationship, and a lot of people maybe told you that it's toxic, and maybe a lot of people were broken down and they felt insecure, or they were karmic, they felt insecure because you're speaking a lot of truth. Maybe they hated you or they tried to abuse you, but you were speaking the truth. And you feel like this person gonna grow more with you like that. Their relationship gonna grow because of this behavior. I do feel like, believe it or not, this behavior of yours that you're lashing out at things that you don't like, it just kind of make the love even increase. So imagine that. So I do feel like a lot of increasing in love. And I felt like something, I was like looking, and then I was like, why do I feel this energy? Like I was looking behind me, and I do feel like your future spouse gonna really love that you sneaking around like a lot on them or something like that. There's something about you sneaky, like they don't know where you're gonna come or when you're gonna come, or you sometimes you just like to come with, like in random places while like they're chilling or something like that. You like to touch them in random places, like you would hug them and kiss them in random places or something like that, or you just like whenever you wanna like do something, you just do it. Like for example, if they're like with their friend and sitting somewhere, you're just gonna come and you're just gonna come and just say whatever you want and stay there. It's like you do whatever you want, and it's like they never expect you to come, and then you come and then you hug them or you do something or you kiss them in a places where they have a meeting or like that. You're just very random, okay? They love your randomness. Like you're just very random. Like you do things randomly, and they love that you're very random because it kind of keep them very like nervous, but at the same time excited because they don't know what's on your mind, what you're gonna do. They feel like you're always blinded for something because you always try to spice it up or something like that. So this is another thing I feel like your future spouse gonna love about you, is it could be like something about you is very like you're very caring about humans. You're very caring about other people. You're very empathic. You're gonna love that you care, okay? You care deeply. Like you literally care from the bottom of your heart, and it's so obvious, it's very clear that you care about other people. Maybe you had a lot of people who like had assumptions of you that you were like not like that, or from your personality a lot of people think that you're not, like you're mean or something like that, but you're very caring. I do feel like your future spouse, maybe they had a first time when they saw you, they kind of had bad assumptions, and then they started falling in love with your behavior here. I do feel like your behavior, okay, it could be things about your bad behaviors or what you think is bad. They're gonna fall in love with you because of those things. What else? Why would your future spouse fall in love with you? it come into this picture, okay? I do feel like your future spouse gonna fall in love with you because you're like you would speak, okay? You would speak, let's say you want to speak your mind. You always speak your mind. Whatever you want to say, you say it. But if this person came to you and told you to say it, you would not say it. Like you're just very stubborn. Like if you don't like people to tell you what to do or something about it, it's just like that you this future spouse knows that you don't like people to come to you, or later on they're gonna know that, because it just feels like you got very blunt and you do things and you would say things that you're not shy. But if they told you to do it, somehow you don't want to do it. Like, or if they told you like do it, somehow you're very stubborn, or just like your nature, like you just stay quiet. If they told you like what is that or something like that, you're like, I don't want to talk about it. You're just stubborn like that. I don't feel like if you just love that you kind of always like you say jokes, or you speak a lot of jokes about their people, or you could be like, I don't know if you're racist or what, or you could be like just like making a lot of jokes about some people around them, or you don't like the people around them, or you're very like you make a lot of jokes. You could be like a stand-up comedian or something like that. Okay. Number three. Number three. What would your future spouse, why would they fall in love with you? Let me drink a little bit of water because I'm speaking, and my throat is dry. People remember to like that reading. Why would they fall in love with you? I do feel like this person not gonna fall in love with you from the first sight they see you. The first things I see. I don't feel like this person gonna resist you. They might be with someone else. So I feel like for some of you, maybe you're gonna be with like you're gonna date this person while they are dating someone else, or they have someone else, or they just got out of a relationship, or they could be married, getting a divorce, or it could be a third party situation. Or you might meet this person in a time where they are dealing with a lot of things in their life, like could be financial things, or they are going through something here that they don't want to deal with love, or they don't want to accept love, or they don't want to accept relationships at all. So they maybe not wanting to accept you, something like that. And I keep getting like this feeling of like my throat getting like really blocked. So I do feel like this person maybe they just like they don't want to speak their truth as well. They don't want to acknowledge the truth with themselves. So they could be going through denial things here. They going with a lot of mental thought that they don't want to speak it to themselves. Okay, I do feel like they are resisting some emotional feelings that their intuition telling them so, but they're trying to resist it or deny it, okay? The first time they're gonna see you. But later on when they're gonna fall in love with you, why they're gonna fall in love with you? I do feel like your heritage and your face and your personality and your color. So I do feel like your color and your heritage and where you're coming from. So I do feel like something about your like let's say your nationality is different than them, or you have a culture, or you could be from the same nationality but you're more cultured, or you're more like your family are more traditional, or you could be very traditional. They're gonna love that about you, and I feel like they're gonna love your face and how you look or your style. It could be like both are from the same culture, but you're very traditional like each other. So something about that. I do feel like they might love also your personality because you have a personality just similar to them. So I do feel like if your spouse they're gonna love about you, but they're gonna love about you that your personality is similar to them later on, but not from the first time, okay? So later on they might discover something because they could be like really trying to resist this feeling, or they're trying to kind of resist emotion, or they're trying to resist getting to know you, because I do feel like there's some kind of resistant energy here. It could be like this person in a very toxic energy, or they have like a lot of demons around them, like they're struggling with their triggers, they struggle with something, and they're like trying so hard to say that this is not true, or trying to see the negative in you or something like that, or they're trying to not see you at all, okay? Or they have something that they're very occupied with. It could be very toxic. I do feel like this person could be stuck at something from the past as well, or something like that when they meet you. But this is what they're gonna fall in love with you. I do feel like they're really gonna fall in love with you also because of your body and how you look, or your hair, or it could be like you're very something about you. You're very sexy. You're very handsome. Like your body, if you're naked with your hair and everything. I do feel like especially when you're naked. I feel like when you're naked, you look really hot. Like with your naked body and your hair and everything, you look very hot naked. Like it just like cannot they cannot resist that. I feel like this, your future spouse never saw someone getting naked, fully naked, and still be hot. It's not like wearing panties, wearing boxers, and wearing some jewelry, something like that. You're totally naked, but you look so hot, like your body and everything. So I do feel like they're gonna love that about you. I do feel like your future spouse gonna fall in love with you because they're gonna see you as someone who's like something about sick here. I do feel like your future spouse gonna love that you are sick or something like that, or you know a lot of things about. But this is the other thing, okay? Because for some of you, I feel like your future spouse gonna love that you're sick, literally. Because I feel like your future spouse gonna love that they took care of you because of something. Like I do feel like they just gonna this the idea that they took care of you and you allowed them to take care of you, or you allowed them to love you. It's kind of like something they're gonna make them fall in love more with you because this person gonna love the idea that you accept their love. There's not a lot of people accept love, and this person love to give love, and them giving love to you and care and you accepting it is just something very satisfying to this person because this person love to give love to care, love to parents or something like that. They're just very caring in nature. Okay, they could be an earth sign, they could be any sign, and then like you are like coming to them in a weak energy, even if you didn't tell them that they love to take care of you, and you accepting their love and needing them is kind of building a lot of trust with you. Stress, I'm here, but let me talk about it later. It's building a lot of trust with you, like so they feel like they can speak something later on, so they trust you right now because you're trusting them and you're taking a lot of love, so they feel like more like in love with you. Kind of like their love language is taking care of you and doing something, and you kind of like translating their love language somehow to them because they could be in denial about what love is, and then they meet you and you accept that, and they feel like more and more when they care and give you a lot of care, they fall more and more in love with you, and then they feel like more vulnerable with you, and they showing you more sides of them. So that's what I see here. I do feel like about stress here. You could be like someone who like stress relief this person and they don't know why. Could be just by the idea of you accepting their love and care and you like coming to their arms or you hugging them and you don't mind them loving you as much as they want. They love just taking care of someone and you don't tell them like do not take care of me, like you're just like too much. Or some people maybe feel like okay, you're taking care of me, you make me feel like I don't know how to take care of myself. You are trying to control me, or you make me feel like they could be a lot of insecure people who just feel like okay, I don't want you to do that. I mean, a lot of people telling me like you're a person who was doing that. It's just person, just very caring person. Okay, so they love that you accept their care without like telling them like why are you doing that and stuff like or just getting insecure about them caring, and you accept it and you care to them back. It's kind of like you also open their heart to understand how to accept love. Somehow you taught each other how to give love to each other or how to open your heart chakra. So I do feel like that's why they're gonna fall in love with you because it just take the stress away and they feel very comfortable because giving love to you is kind of very healing and also makes them feel like they are willing to accept the same from you. Something like that about you taking love. Why would your future fall in love with you? I feel like they might have children together before even getting married, so they might love that they have kids with you. Or you could be having a child, or they could be having a child. Like you could be a single parent, or they could be a single parents, and you could love their children or love their child, or they could love your child or like your children. They could be a blended family. And I feel like you're both gonna love that, or your future spouse gonna love your kids a lot. That's why they're gonna also fall in love with you because they're gonna love your kid. They're gonna love that they have extra person to care about, or they're gonna love that you're very caring, or they love that they care of you, take care of you and your kid, or you take care of them. Also, something about like just like they feel very comfortable because they just trust you with this. So something about children here, or if you have children together, they love that you are giving them the same care. Or they feel like they're one with you. They feel like they care about you and you care about them. Somehow it just feels like the future spouse feels to me, you know what it feels like this person's a very private person and they don't allow people in their atmosphere or being alone with them. It's kind of like they feel very comfortable getting you alone with them because you accepting everything that they do for you. In the same way, it makes them feel like they want to accept fully 100% from you and without understanding why subconsciously. This person could be in a lot of ways trying to block their mental thought from translating what love, or they don't understand it, or they don't understand their behavior, and somehow your behavior to them is kind of translating a lot of things inside their head about their personality, and they understand why in the past they never accepted anybody, or they never let anybody in. They understand what they wanted. Basically, they feel like, now I know what I wanted. I actually wanted someone to kind of accept my love or something like that, more than me wanting love or something like that. I just feel something here about it. It's just a lot of, like, you're gonna really teach each other a lot of love, or how to love. What would your future spouse love about you? Do you feel like your future spouse gonna love about you that you are accepting, like you don't get like very sad or very weak when someone is like bullying you or trolling you or just roasted you? Or they could be very rough, your future spouse. It could be like someone who's like sometimes they sound very mean, or they say mean jokes, or they just sound very blunt, or they just be joking, or they feel like you're not sensitive. They like that about you. Or even if you're sensitive, you take a good humor. Like, you take a good humor, and or if someone is like trying to bully you, you don't take it to heart. They love that nobody can put you down, okay, or something like that. Number four, why would your future spouse fall in love with you? Remember to like and subscribe, my lovely people. Whoa, number four. I don't feel like your future spouse is gonna fall in love with you because your boobs. Right away. Because your boobsy, your dick, your pussy, your body, your sex, how you look. This person just loves sex. And they're gonna love you. They love that you're very confident. Or right away, maybe you had sex with them from the first time you met them, or you were very sexual to them, and they love that. They appreciate it so much that you're very sexual. You're like right to the point. You're like, fuck me, let me fuck you, and let's just fuck each other. And they were like, wow, wow. Never heard fuck in a sentence so clear, yet so repetitive. I cannot speak like a rapid I'm hearing. Just like I never heard that. And you're like, you don't care if you know them or not. You're just talking too much. You're just talking too much. And they're gonna love that you're just talking too much. Like you're just talking. Like you're just like talking to them like you knew them from ages. And this person was like, wow. Looking at you like, wow. Wow. Like you literally got no boundaries. Like you got no boundaries at all. They love that about you. They're gonna fall in love with you more because they're like, this person got no boundaries. And even though they told you that, like, I don't know you yet or something like that, you're like, you're talking to them like you knew them from before, or you yell at them, or you act like you know them. Like you act like you're very entitled to say shit about their life, or about them, or about their dick, or about their pussy, or just talking to them this way. And this person never had this, like, any people talking to them, any person talking to them this way. And it could be like from the first time they met you, you said a lot of things, or you had sex with them, and they're like, I don't know how to feel about it, but they really loved it. They're like, I never experienced that, but I really love it. And I never thought that I'm gonna love something like that, but they really love it. So they love something about your sexuality. Some of you, maybe you had like some, like, you texted, you sent this person pictures, or they love something about your body, or you had sex, or you just talked about sex with each other. You're just talking about sex or something like that. I do feel like your future spouse, what your future spouse love about you, that you are very humble. Like, you're very humble. You're like this rich person who's like got a lot of money, or very successful, or very smart. It could be not about money. You're just very smart, but like in real life, or you're just with around people, you're very humble. Like, your future spouse, I feel like for some of you, they might judge you, okay? They might judge you, or they might like have this assumption of you. They might see you somewhere and they're gonna have the assumption that you're not successful, or you don't have a lot of money, or they're gonna just make a lot of assumption that they're more successful than you, or other girls or other men are more successful than you. They're just gonna make assumption like they're gonna see you as a homeless person here or something like that. Or they just gonna make assumption of you because you're just humble. You're not someone walking basically with your degrees or what your achievement on your back, or just throwing it there on people with conversation randomly on strangers. Like, yeah, you know what? Like, you know how much money I got on my bank account, like you know where I work. Like you don't tell people your business, like you don't do that. But when they're gonna know your business, they're gonna be like, you're just like, why are you so humble? Like this is the thing that they love about you, you're just very humble. I don't feel like your future spouse love about you that you can hit people and people never gonna expect when you're gonna hit. It's just the like this mysterious hit that you have. It just something about that your future spouse is gonna love it forever. I do feel like this is the first thing that they're gonna love about you, but they're gonna love it forever. It's kind of like people don't expect when you're gonna hit. Like let's say someone is like trying to hurt you, like let's say in a family, okay, let's say in their family, or later on in the future in their family or in your family, or is trying to say something very negative about you or your children. You might like comment politely, and then they might like they feel like, okay, maybe you're gonna be talking shit to them, like, and then you didn't do something, you were so quiet to look at them, and then the next day they do something like that, or then after a month they do something like that, and you don't hit back still, like you're just looking at them and quietly. It's almost like you have something in your mind that you want to do, and you're trying to kind of ignore this person, something like that. And then somehow like the hit comes randomly in a place that is just not relevant. Like for example, you just see this man or this woman from the family who are like talk shit about you, and you just randomly come to them and yell at them or hit them or slap them, like just randomly one day. Or sometimes from the first time they don't expect when you're gonna lash out or you're gonna say something, but it's always for a good reason, but people just don't know why you're lashing out because you've been quiet before. It just feels like about those hit, and sometimes people just don't expect what you're gonna say. It feels like you have this smart mouth. I could want to say mouth, but I heard mouse also as well. Let me tell you later. So you have this smart mouth that you speak really bad. Like you could speak like you could destroy a lot of people with your words. That's why I'm your mouse. It could be like you literally could be like you have this street also personality. It could be like you can be like, let's say, a lady, and you can speak very politely in place, but if you want to talk dirty or you want to like curse someone or you want to destroy someone, you can throw your manner to the garbage. Like if you want to get dirty and if you want to go crazy, you can get crazy. Like you can throw your manners, your education, everything garbage. The place that you're in, whatever respect, like who this person is, if it was your stepdad or is your father, your mother, you're gonna throw all this manner shit to the ground. You're just gonna hit this person on the face. Like you just like if you feel like you want to do something, fuck wherever you are. Like you're gonna go crazy. Like they don't know when you're gonna hit, and people never expect that from you sometimes because you talk really politely and you're very nice and you're very caring. But if they're gonna fuck with you, you're just like woo. Sometimes you wait, and then you hit them. It could be an Aries for some of you, or it could be a fire sign, or it could be a Virgo here as well. It could be any sign, okay? It could be a Pisces, a Gemini. I don't feel like this person really love that you're very caring to something that you have. So you could have like a little sister, a little brother, you could have a nephew, a niece, or you could have like a family member or a best friend that you're taking care of, like, or even an animal or a dog. So they just really love that they can see your care in nature. They can see it from afar. At first, when they're gonna meet you, they see that you're very caring. They're gonna love that they can see glimpse of how you are with taking care of something. Oh, you're a Virgo. I feel like sport. Oh my god. Don't worry about it. So I do feel like they're gonna love that they see a glimpse of you. So this glimpse of you, maybe not a lot of people see it, and they're gonna love that they can see a glimpse of the life that they can have with you from afar because they see how you behave with people around you, or how you behave with your dog, or with your sister, your sibling. So they can see genuinely that you're very caring. I do feel like this person really like that you don't say things in a general way. For example, let's say, you know how those people who like try to blow a low hit, something like that. Like let's say you're just mad at someone from your friend group or your colleague, and you're gonna go to a room full of like 20 people there, and you might just throw like a comment randomly to everybody, but you actually mean one person. Like, you know, like you want to throw a mean comment, but in general you're not specific about anybody. It's kind of like a coward way. And or you're just like, Oh, I don't know why you don't go directly to the person and speak, but you go directly to the person and speak. I really love that you go directly and you're very specific and you're very clear. It's kind of funny somehow because you're very clear and you're very specific to a point where you're gonna stand, you're gonna walk to this person, and you're gonna repeat yourself 5 times to that person. So this person gonna understand it that you mean them. They're like, you, I'm talking to you, I'm trying to tell you. Like you're gonna like repeat yourself even if it was like a public place, let's say someone done something there or any place that you're gonna go and walk to the person itself and you're gonna be talking to that person. So that's what I'm seeing here that your future spouse gonna love about you. Why they're gonna fall in love with you? I do feel like your future spouse gonna fall in love with you because you're someone who's like you hate mess and you hate messy people or you hate like people who are not organized or not following some rules. They're gonna love this about you. Yeah, I understand you totally. I can be like that too. So I feel like you hate mess. Like somehow it irritates the fuck out of you if people are messy with their work. Specifically if it's about work. It just bothers you. And I feel like this person at first gonna be very stressed and very insecure about this from you. So they fall in love with you because of this, but it might hit their insecurities at first, or it might hit something because you could be very like very clear about you really not liking the mess, or you're not liking their messy schedule, or you're not liking that, for example, they're like telling you let's go on Monday or let's go tomorrow, and then they kind of like come to you late after 3 hours, which is not acceptable. It just, you don't like messy situation, or you just don't like a mess. You don't like a mess, whatever mess it is. You like people to organize their time because you are organizing your time and you're always on time. So you don't like that because you are putting the energy to be on time or to reply or to answer. You don't like when people are like very shitty with their conversation. They answer them bad, or for example, they're not texting you at the same time, or even if they're busy because you are busy too and you're trying to kind of have something. You just hate messy people. You hate people who like they think that they have more work than you, but they actually have less work than you, but they're just messy. And then they bring their mess to you and they kind of mess your time, and then they waste 5 hours from your day because they're messy and you don't know when their schedule is free, or they just, they mess you up. I hate messy people too. Like, trust me, because you have a lot of work, you have a schedule, and then they're messy and they pretend that they have a lot of work, but they're messy, and then they waste a lot of time from your energy, and they're just a mess, and you hate those things. I feel like if you're just supposed to be at first like that, might be hidden their insecurities, but they're gonna love that you are very strict, or you're gonna change a lot of things that nobody else change. And if future spouse could have an ego of like not wanting to admit that they're wrong, and you're gonna change something about that because you're gonna hit their ego. I feel like you're gonna make them go through the dark night of the soul, or so like the rising of the phoenix, or whatever you want to call it. I feel like they're gonna be enlightened about who they are as a person because of you. Because if you get, they're gonna be like really forced to look at things that they don't want to look at because they just like don't want to admit that they're like that. They always blamed it on other things. They blamed their messiness on things. They blamed them replying fast. They're not replying fast, or whatever situation. They blamed it on other things, and you're gonna point it to them that you have things like that in your life, and they sound stupid. They really sound stupid, or something about like you breaking it up to them in very slow motion. It makes them feel very stupid because you're like explaining to them why they are dumb because they're doing that. It sounds like very mean as well, but I do feel like you're gonna explain it to them, but it's not mean. It's just you are speaking truth to them, and they're gonna see your point. They're gonna see it clearly, maybe in a very hurtful way to them, but it's understandable. They're fucking with your time, and they're gonna love that about you. But at the same time, they're gonna hit their insecurities because they're gonna understand, and they're gonna look at their behavior and what they're doing with their life, and they're gonna see like, wow, I'm really stupid. And you're gonna really maybe give them examples. I do feel like you're a very smart talker, so you can give examples to people to enlighten them about their messiness. Like you might give them example on like other people who like have the same thing, but they can do this, or you have have the same thing, and you might also give them tips, and you might give them like solutions for the problem, and you might break it out in a way that they are very dumb. Like you might break the solution to them, like how about you just do that, like like sometimes I do that with people like who just mess me up, like with situation like you book something and they're like they tell you yes and no, and then last minute they tell you like 2 hours. I'm like, how about you just like look at your schedule, say that if you feel like you cannot make it this time, just say I cannot make it this time, so I would know in my mind that there's a potential of you not making it on this time, so we can make it. Like somehow you're just like trying to break it out to them how irritating their behavior is and how you don't want to fuck with it and how angry you are. They're gonna love it, but it's just gonna hit their security. So there's a lot of things about your behavior and the way you talk. You could be very smart in your talking and they're gonna love that about you, but as I said, there's a lot of parts of your communication might hit a lot of insecurities in them, but they're gonna love that you are like they cannot speak back. So this person is someone who's like speak back a lot to people. The kind of person who like always have an attitude. It's like if someone tells them that they are doing something wrong, they're gonna tell them 10 things about why they're not doing something wrong. It's like this person doesn't want to accept that their behavior is wrong. They more like have excuses always for their bad behavior. And with you, if they're gonna do that excuses, you're like gonna break it to them in a lot of fucking ways. And it's just the ways that you're gonna break it out to them. It's just they don't have anything to reply back to you. It just they don't know how to bring excuses because you said things just more smarter than their brain, and they're gonna love that you just challenge the brain, and whenever you say things that they just stay quiet and they don't know how to speak back to you. It's like they don't know how to speak back to you because you shut them down with your words. You're just very smart. Also, they could love that you're very smart in other things. So it could be like you're very smart in a lot of things, or you know a lot of things, or you could be very smart also with your education or something like that. Something about you, you're just intelligent in a lot of things. So they love your brain. Why would your future spouse fall in love with you at first minute? Water, because I'm dry. Other things here, it could be very feminist, or something about like sexuality, very open. It could be also with some human rights or any kind of organization, or you're helping a lot. But something about your balance, okay? You're not like you're very independent. Basically, you're a balance between the feminist and the masculine. So you're very balanced. You're not someone like you're balanced as you're a very balanced individual. Like you have everything. Like you're just very like let's say you're very feminine. You're very then sometimes very masculine. You're just you got it all. Like you can be your own person. Also, you're very independent. It just feels like there's a huge balance. Like sometimes there's a huge like sometimes people tell you this a thing. Let me tell you. Sometimes people tell you like they are trying to focus on your personality. Maybe you heard from people telling you that you're two-faced. When you're not two-faced, you're just like sometimes a situation where you have to be in a personality that you have to be like not like lovey-dovey. You have to do things a certain way, and some other people will be like, why are you like talking really, you were very nice when we saw you like with other people like your friends, or you were like very like caring, or you have this different personality. It's like, no, I don't have different personality, but with you I don't have to be this caring person. It's kind of like you are like a different personality with a lot of people, not because you are two-faced or something like that. It's just because some people like you don't really like you don't let this caring thing get out of you to a lot of people, but you're very caring to some people. And I feel like your future spouse gonna see, as I said, your dog or your family member or your friend, how caring and loving you are. It just feels like unbelievable because with them or at work or with some people that saw you with, you're different. And then maybe some people told you that you're mean or something. It's just not that. You have your caring personality, but there's some situation and some people they don't deserve that. Like you don't have to be like that. You're just sitting there because you just don't want to talk or something like that. And you're very caring to people. You feel like they deserve that. You have this personality where you give everything, or you care a lot, but to people who deserve it. I do feel like your person gonna see how caring you are to other people, and I feel like I really want to be there. Like I want to be like in this part of you. Like I want to be with you in this part. I want you to be like that with me. It just feel like such a privilege to a lot of people to be like in your good side. This is why they call you two-faced. I do feel like I have a lot of people jealous because they feel like it just you have this bubble, like in your good side bubble. Okay, so this person, like if someone stepped out of your good, they have like a side where you, this is for all people, like you treat people the same way, or it's just platonically, let's call it. And then if you like them and they're good with you, you let them in your personal space and you're very lovey. And there's a bad side. If they get to your bad side, there's no way they're gonna see this side. It just feels like you have this side that some people look out from the outside and look at you, how you behaving with people close to you, and they feel like they're lucky, or they feel like you're very fun, and maybe you had a lot of people really desperate to be with you. There's like other things I want to bring it up here. I feel like your future spouse really love this. A lot of people who are very desperate to be with you, and they love that how you make people very desperate, or you're like you easily rejecting men or women or whatever gender you are with. Is like you don't easily get satisfied by the other gender for, let's say, money, looking handsome, looking sexy, looking that there's you have a lot of standards, and your standards could be like really too much, like to a point where you can write them in a paper with details. That's how this person see you. Okay, I don't know why I heard it in a funny way, because the person could like comment about you in their brain when they're mad and they're insecure about how you breaking it up to them with details. Like they feel like you're just too demanding or you're too critical, something like that. They feel like you can, like you're just very demanding about like really what you want, to detail, like you're very specific. They feel like it. I feel like this person could have like some kind of stereotype about you at first, or assumption that you're kind of like very specific about things. I don't know. I heard like someone spoil. You know how like people see like this. I heard a lot of comments about that. I go to Starbucks since I was young every day, and I drink a lot of coffee. But sometimes I just meet those strangers that I don't know, and they're like, do you go to Starbucks? You're like, give me, I don't know, soy milk with, I don't know why. Or they know they have this impression about Starbucks that is just like girls who go to Starbucks are like very spoiled or weird. I don't know. When I went to Germany, I had this man who thought, it's like, do you go to Starbucks so you will look cool? I said, no, man, I go to Starbucks to drink coffee. I don't understand. I don't know. In Europe, like when I went there, I had some people who like have this assumption about Starbucks, which is just weird. Here in my country, Starbucks is just a coffee shop, like literally. So I don't feel like this person could have some assumption here about your stereotype and you, because they saw you like holding something or doing something. They feel like you're just very detailed, or you're like very specific with things, or you're like very demanding with things. I feel like you're a bit like kind of bratish as well, something like that. I don't know. So I don't feel like that. I feel like why would your future spouse fall in love with you? You could be like very talented in something or movement, or your body's very hot, or you could be like a swimmer. It could be into sports, or you could do something where you move your body a lot, like dancing or all the above. Which is weird. Yeah, I know. I was like, when I was in Germany, I was like hearing a lot of things like that. I was just like, I don't know, it was really weird. It was just very weird to me. So, and yeah, that's what I say why your future spouse love about you. I do feel like I said here something about your clothes and where you go. So it could be like your future spouse feels like sometimes they don't understand why you go to certain places. They feel like, why are you going to like fancy places, or you are like dressing up, like they feel like, why are you dressing up from this store when you can like dress up from this store and the same clothes, but your store is more expensive, for example, or this restaurant. They don't like, they feel like you're just so, they love it so much, they love it so much, but when they get mad and insecure, somehow they laugh about it, but they're like, oh my god, you're just so demanding. And sometimes I feel like, I don't know why, I heard you might, some of you might know your future spouse right now. I guess so, yeah, I guess so. So I do feel like this person is kind of like walking around right now. Some of you, this person might know this person right now. For others, you might not know this person right now. But they kind of like walk to the grocery store, or they walk somewhere, and they talk and comment about you whenever they hold something, or they walk to a coffee shop or a store, like they hold something, and they're like, I bet they that she or he gonna say like, I don't like that. This is, I don't know what, this is not organic, or I don't know. They, you could be like also eating organic food or something like that, or eating healthy food. Like I don't know. Sometimes I eat a lot of healthy food, and also I meet a lot of really dumb people who like think when I told them like I don't really but white sugar. Like if they give me something, I'm like I don't want to drink it because there's white sugar in it. And my whole family, we don't like get white sugar. Like in my family, me and my brothers, but other family members they do. Just something for my health, something personal for me. And they're like, oh, you really like really expensive things, or you like organic things. And I just told you I don't want sugar. Like, you know how those people like who make like they just, cause they have this really dumb ideas. I just call them dumb, to be honest, because they just have dumb ideas. They don't want to educate themselves, and they just try to put you a stereotype you under something. It makes it easy to them to not learn. You know, just make dumb and telling yourself it's okay to be dumb. Okay. So why would your future spouse love about you? I do feel like maybe you ghosted them, or you blocked them, or you rejected them. So I do feel like rejection here as well. I do feel like your future spouse is gonna fall in love with you. Like as I said, you're very specific and you have standards. And your future spouse may be someone who feels like they can win whenever, they can win anybody because of their look, because of money, or because of something. They felt like they can give you all of that, and you're gonna be amazed. And they gave you all the trick basically, and you like looked at them and you're like no, and they were like what, you're like no. They love that you rejected them, or you made them feel like rejected, or you made them feel insecure, and they're gonna hate that. But in the same way, they're gonna love it because nobody made them feel insecure, and nobody made them feel like they're scared of rejection. And they're gonna have a hard time. They might also ghost you because they're gonna have a hard time accepting that they feel insecure, and they, because of a girl or because of a man or whatever, or they feel like why am I scared that this person gonna reject me? I've never been scared about someone rejecting me, something like that. So they're gonna have this like ego thing, okay? So I do feel like why would you future spouse? I feel like there's more. Let me drink water. Number four, your future spouse gonna love about you that I don't feel something about eating healthy, or you're very healthy. Also, for some of you, I don't feel like it's about eating healthy. I do feel like you're very healthy, like looking. Something about you, like you could have a very glowing skin, or your hair look healthy, or your body. Also, something about your hygiene. So I do feel like when your future spouse is gonna have sex with you, you're gonna love how your hygiene smells really good. Like you don't have really bad hygiene, even if you're like sweating. Like if you're sweating, even like you don't have any toxic things in your body, it's almost like your body is very clean. Okay, you're gonna love that you're very clean. It's like it doesn't matter if you're sweating under the sun or whatever, you're just still very clean. You're supposed to really love your cleanliness. What else? I do feel like your future spouse really love that there's a side of you that nobody else know. You could be like went through something dark in your life. Maybe later on they're gonna know that, and they're gonna fall in love with you more because they're gonna know like underneath all this, like whatever assumption they had a lot of assumption with you, there's a deeper story into you. Like there's like something very deep, and they're gonna love that you're like you have this depth in you, but in the same time it's just gonna feel amazing to them because every time they're gonna look at you, just feel wow. It's almost like something about you. They would look at you knowing, creating the first impression with the story, and feel like how did someone with who that it grew to be like very confident, or like this person looking this way. You feel like you have a lot of strength or something like that. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you and welcome. Following you for a while. Number five, I appreciate your comment. Why would your future spouse fall in love with you? Number five. I do feel like your future spouse gonna fall in love with you because you are obsessed over them. They're gonna feel like you're obsessed over them, or you're like you're playing hard to get, or something like that. I do feel like they're gonna be bored with you. They're gonna fall in love with you, but they might not know that they're falling in love with you, or they're gonna be bored with your behavior. I do feel like your future spouse may like look at you, and they're gonna have feelings toward you, or like you, and then they're gonna see something, and they're gonna turn around, and they're not gonna like it. And I'm hearing like really dancehall music. I'm like turn around. I don't know why I'm hearing like really Jamaican dancehall music in my head with this, but I do feel like this is yeah. Let me tell you something. So I do feel like your future spouse gonna love that about you. They're gonna love something about your music if you do music, or they're gonna love that you're interested in some music, or you might have a music conversation. You might in a club or someplace or something like that. But I do feel like something about you right away. They're gonna meet you, and then you might be in your shadow side or your ego. So your future spouse is gonna reject you right away. Or they're gonna turn around and they're gonna be like, I don't want to talk to this person. They're gonna see something that they're not gonna like. but they still gonna have emotion towards you, but they're gonna try to kind of like not invest into you. So almost like they're gonna try to watch you from afar. They still like you. It could be in an on and off situation. You might be like not talking then talking. They still gonna like you and they want to be with you so bad, but they don't like a lot of things. So they kind of like don't want to come near you because there's something that they see that's toxic, or they see that like that and then it's confusing to them because they have the feelings and they have emotions and they don't understand why. Maybe they understand why, but they, for some of you, they may be understanding that they really like you and they have emotion towards you, but then they're gonna look at the side that they really don't like, and that's what's gonna keep them away. And they could be like really not wanting to invest in a relationship that they feel like it's very toxic, or maybe they feel like it was. I don't feel like they gotta feel like you are trying to make them feel like that you don't have feelings, or they feel like they are given to you and you're not giving back, so they might stay away from you. They feel like somehow they're not gonna like that you're playing games, or something about you they're not gonna like that you're playing games or something like that. So they're gonna decide to ignore you, and them ignore you might be very cruel to you. It might be like you might be a wake up call for you, and you might also go through the darkness of the soul because your future spouse may just like ignore you, but at the same time you're gonna heal each other, something like that, because there's something here about like on and off energy and then reconciling. Okay, of course, not the creepy way. You're welcome, honey, Kimberly. So, so number five, I do feel like your future spouse gonna be really loving. Why they're gonna fall in love with you? Because they're gonna feel like, I don't feel like your future spouse gonna love you, but at the same time, somehow they feel like from the first side they're gonna have emotion, but they're gonna stop the brain from thinking, and they're just gonna be like trying to kind of watch you from afar, as I spoke about it. But somehow they're trying to resist it. This is what I'm seeing. They're trying to resist it. They're trying to stay single. They're trying to kind of make themselves not commit to you. Or they're gonna have commitment issues when it comes to you because they're gonna see something that they really don't want to forgive, or they don't have a peace of mind when they come to you. It's almost like they don't want to touch whatever they don't want to touch your mess. And I feel like you have a mess that they want to touch, okay? Or something like that. They feel like you're just gonna stay away because they feel like you're messy, or they're not gonna like something, and they're gonna feel like it's not worth it. They're gonna feel like it's not worth it being with someone. Even if I like this person, it's not worth it being with someone with a lot of mess. They feel like you're just gonna bring a lot of trauma to them, or you're gonna bring a lot of stress. Maybe they've been with abusive families or abusive relationship in the past, or toxic relationship, or they've been in a relationship that was toxic or something holding them down, even if it was not abusive, or been in some kind of situation that they just want to be free, and they're gonna see you, or they're gonna see some behavior or something they have, like they're gonna see it's a burden, but they're gonna have emotion, but they're gonna decide to walk away and be single. So some of you, they might be single and walking away from you, but they're still gonna like you. I feel like you're gonna come to your bar to kind of approach this person, but I do feel like this is the first thing here, gonna be something on and off. But later, after this cycle ends and like the situation like comes to peace and you reconcile again, because there's emotion from both sides and both sides feel connected to each other, I do feel like later on they're really gonna love that you are very strong. It's something that they might not see at first, then later on they might see something, because maybe when they're gonna meet you, you're gonna be in your shadow side, and maybe you're gonna be like really messy, or maybe you're playing too much game, or you have some behavior that is not acceptable, or maybe they're gonna shed light to you about your behavior, something like that. Here I do feel like you're gonna wake up this person, and this person gonna wake you up about their behavior or your behavior, or maybe you're gonna wake also a lot of understanding and healing about something here about emotion. So you might heal each other, or this person maybe also not like something, and they might just reject you, and then rejecting you are gonna make you understand that you really need to move away from situations or relationship or some kind of toxic karmic situation, because for some of you, on your part, you have a lot of karmic situation you need to walk away from for you to be with this person, and this person is not willing to get in your mess, or you need to clear something, whether it's like karmic people or karmic cycle, or you have a baby mama, baby daddy, or you have a lot of people, something like that. There's some kind of mess here this person doesn't want to be in, or your behavior, or everything, or all the above. I do feel like later on this person gonna love that you're very strong. They're gonna see this thing like you can defend them, or you can defend a lot of people. I do feel like your future spouse is a very strong person who can defend themselves, but they really don't like coward or weak energy, and they're gonna see later on when you rise to who you are. I feel like you're gonna have this, like you're gonna wake up from some kind of depression. Maybe you are going through depression, or when you're gonna meet them, you are going through something where you feel kind of weak, or you feel kind of like you're trying to keep your peace and alone. It kind of, you become so alone, or keeping your peace to a point where you didn't realize there's a lot of toxic people around you that you kind of need to kind of just get up from your rest and fight back, and then you're gonna rise and fight, and they're gonna really love about you that you can fight and you're not really intimidated to fight or shout someone down, and they're really gonna love that you are very romantic. I do feel like your future spouse could be someone like not romantic, but they really want romance, so they don't understand how to get it, and they're really gonna love that you know how to make them like romance. The future spouse could be someone who's like very caring and very loving, but they could be in a rough side where they love having sex, they kiss you and stuff like that, but they don't know how to be kind of warm and lovey-dovey. They could really want to be like that, and they have some kind of potential. So I do feel like you're gonna heal each other, and maybe you're gonna show them ways, and they're gonna show you ways, like you never knew that you really like to be loved this way. So I feel like they're really gonna love that you show them ways that they never thought they really wanted to be loved this way. I feel like they're really gonna love that you're very romantic and very sensual about things that they never really thought about really wanting. Could be like things that they maybe made fun of in the past, like drinking, like in a candlelight or anything like that. You have things that you really make it very fun to them and you make it very romantic and they never thought they really like it. And I do feel like other things that they're gonna love, that they really feel true love with you the first time they're gonna meet you. Sounds good. Yeah, I said about like my IG live. I'm gonna be coming live later on because I'm trying to rest those days and not overwhelm myself and just take care of my health. So later on, maybe like just give me a week or something. Maybe I'm gonna go do that. It depends, okay? But I'm gonna go back after like I take care of my health and not just overwhelm myself and then just end up doing a lot of reading and not eating and just drinking coffee. Okay, trying to like take a vacation. Also, I took an annual leave from my work. As I said, your future spouse really gonna love that about you, that you're very romantic, and you just make them also very comfortable and give them love in a way that they never been loved before. But something about it is about real love here, because they accept things from you they never accept from other people, and they feel like maybe this is true love. Like for example, they never wanted to kind of have those romantic ways or romantic things because they never really been in love. They never like felt like they enjoy it and enjoy the company of a person, and they're really gonna love that they really like silly things that this person call it. I feel like this person's kind of funny, or someone who's like really don't like this lovey shit, and they're really gonna start liking this lovey shit, and they call it shit like that because of you, and they're gonna know that this is real love. So I do feel like you're gonna open their eyes that the things that they feel toward you is different, and this is like if you're slowly gonna be realizing that you made them feel different, and they slowly gonna realize that this is true love. This is like the thing that I never believed in true love bullshit. Like because I really like silly things that I never liked with my exes, or this person like approach to love or relationship was different when they before they meet you, before they met you. They approach relationship in a way they thought it's love, maybe it's lust or it's need or something like that. And because they thought like, okay, it's okay because I don't like romantic things. It's like it doesn't mean that I don't like this person if I don't want to spend time like kissing or spend time like just having a walk on the beach or drinking. I feel like this person was very sarcastic about things like that. And with you, it just feels like it just you take them to a very beautiful place, a place of healing and peace, or something like that. I do like an eye opening about their emotion. They might slowly get to this situation where they're gonna realize this love. This is another reason why this person walks away from a relationship. They feel it's a mess. This person approach to a relationship very logical. So if they're gonna look at a mess and they don't like that, it just instantly this person use their brain more. Like they use their brain as their heart. It could be an Aquarius, they could be a Libra, they could be also a Gemini. Really could be an air sign where they have air in their chart. I'm an Aquarius rising and Aries, so sometimes like I feel like sometimes most of the time I'm like that. But also this person maybe had something in their childhood, like either some toxic people or something like that. They never had really true love, but they had a very violent environment or something like that. Their approach to look at what love is their family approach. It's kind of like they're very logical on things. They feel like this is how love grows. I do feel like this person maybe also tried to kind of look for real love and they kind of did it wrongly several times. Just something about it is very peaceful, like about you, and it might irritate them at first. So I do feel like this is like a journey for your perspective. what they're gonna love about you, that you give them this annoying feeling. Let me explain it to you by their words. You give them this annoying feeling that they feel very comfortable with, that they don't understand, that they feel like logically it doesn't make sense because you're a mess and you're stupid. Something like that. Just let's call it this way, honestly. This is how this person feel at first. They don't understand why they feel this way, but you're a mess and you're stupid. So they're gonna try to kind of logically think about it, that they think maybe you're funny and maybe they're just really loving that they're having fun with you. They might think that maybe you're a fuckboy, fuck girl. That's why they're just really in a very logical way that they really don't want to accept that their brain is not accepting what they're seeing, but their heart decided before the brain. It's kind of like it's just they feel like this is not possible, that my heart would decide before my brain, so they just kind of like shut it down. It's very funny to them that some shit like your heart feel it before your brain kind of feel it, because I can see and my brain can think with my eyes, and no way when my eyes see bullshit, my heart don't see bullshit. Even if I have feelings, then if those feelings, if I see it, then it means fuck boy, fuck girl, or something like that, or it means something lustful. So I do feel like this person gonna reject you or walk away from you because of their behavior. As well as sex. So behavior, energy can reverse sometime, people, okay? So why are they gonna fall in love with you? Let's say after they realize, because this person is gonna be like they're not gonna accept your shit. They might go start being single here, and you might also. But I do feel like it all goes for a reason. Like if this is your future spouse, I do feel like it meant to happen this way because you might need this. You might need this because it could be also a wake up call for you. This person may realize a lot of things and heal some behavior here, or maybe heal some kind of trauma that they went through, and they're gonna realize what real love is. Could be the traumas that. And for you, you need to heal your thoughts. So I do feel like this person could also not need to heal anything except you. I do feel like for some of you, it could be this person just literally, this is like, this is a way from the universe for you to approach this person, to kind of be in alignment, and this person approaching you to kind of be together, because you need each other this way. You needed this person to interact with you with this personality, and they needed someone like you to kind of make them really understand that this relationship is real. It's kind of very compatible to each other, because if you never, like, if you made sense from the start that they would never know what real love is, they're gonna feel like their brain decided, and then they're gonna get confused. But if they're like, their emotion fall deep for you, then they're gonna trust that. And this person really, if they feel like they trust their emotion and they feel like their heart really decided on you, they're gonna come to you like speed of light. They're gonna be like, I love you. This is the kind of person who, like, they're gonna tell you I love you if they realize they love you right away. So they're very blunt, but you're not gonna see it right away. You could be like really waiting for that. And also it's a way for you to challenge your behavior, because while you're waiting for that, you're gonna know that sometime in life you need to take action. Sometime in life you could be very like this person. It's like at first, and maybe you should be more logical about things, and maybe you need to change things and walk away and logical with people. So maybe you're not very logical sometimes, and sometimes you follow your heart more than your brain, or you don't give your brain a lot of acknowledgement, and you give a lot of care to people who don't deserve it. And this could be also an enlightenment for you, because when you see this person behavior or something like that, you're gonna realize the only way to get this person is to cut those people. And it could be some way, it's not to change you from the universe, just for you to cut a lot of talk, follow this person. You're gonna be together, very connection, and you're very compatible. So the connection went off. So I do feel like there's an on off here, and tower moment's gonna happen later on. I do feel like your future spouse really a lovey person. This is a lovey-dovey person. Don't worry about it. But they really need to understand. They need to believe. They need to believe something. So they need the eye and the brain to see something. So you're gonna know that you need to work the eye and the brain, because whatever this person sees, you need to fix it. And you're gonna be trying desperately to fix a lot of things, and it's a way from the universe for you to fix a lot of things in your life for this person, because you're someone who like really want to follow your emotion. You know when you're falling in love, you're not like this person. You know that you're in love. So you're gonna really try to kind of make this person see that you're changing a lot of things. So this person will give you love, and then you'll be loving each other. I do feel like you're very compatible, so don't worry about that. You know, especially in the sex part here, So another thing, this person could really love your dick or your pussy or your body shape or you're in bed. So they might really love your dick or your pussy. Literally, they might love your sex. So they feel like they're gonna fall in love with you because of your sex. This person is very sexual, and they're gonna love that you're very sexual too, or you satisfy them sexually. I feel like why would you this person fall in love with you? Just like very like not giving a fuck about love. Basically, love the garbage. Throw my heart to the garbage. My heart doesn't speak. My heart bullying their heart. Basically, my brain got the bigger say here. So something like that. They're gonna fall in love with you. I do feel like this person gonna like literally. I want to tell you from the start. I feel like from the start they're just looking at you. They criticize and everything. They like you, and they could like a lot of things that you do, but they feel like you're doing it wrongly. But later on, after this, it's gonna take a while. Let me look in the energy for later on. Later on, they're gonna love your sex. They're gonna love how you wear things, or they also gonna love your skin color, your hair, your eye. They're gonna love your body. They're gonna love about you. Okay. Also, your future spouse later on, they might also love your family or your heritage, or they really gonna love some members of your family, or your father, your mother, or your brothers, or your sister. They might really love they gonna love your family routine or your routine. They're gonna feel like you have a healthy life and they're gonna need that. And they're gonna love that you also made them feel more healthy and they don't have anxiety. So this is like also tells me that your future spouse maybe have some kind of really not healthy household or something like that. And you're just gonna make them feel more healthy. They're gonna start like not panicking about things, not being stressed. You kind of give them more like healthy feelings and they never thought they can feel this way, and they just make them think. I do feel like you're gonna make them think about emotion. That's what they're gonna love about you later on. You made them think about emotion. Like you made them emotionally intelligent. Maybe they were not emotionally intelligent because they never thought about their heart, but you gotta make them feel like, okay, I never thought like literally those things, like waking up every day with people telling me I love you, like on my face, like what the fuck, but hugging me actually like after a month I just feel like life is just so easy. It's not full of it's not like a fight or like it's just something like our a deeper feeling of relief. It's just like why do I feel relief? I feel like more calm. As like this person gonna think a lot about their emotion and they're gonna love that about you. I do feel like later on also this person gonna love that you are like you're trying to bully something, or you're like very bad at like bullying, or you're very bad at like yelling. Sometimes you try to kind of say mean things and you're just very bad at it. I do feel like this person really love that when you curse or when you say something you're very bad. Like they just find it very funny. They find it very funny because you're very bad at like getting mad, and they find it very funny and they love that you're very bad. And also, a person could love your calmness. They could love that you know how to calm down whenever they're mad. So they could be someone who's lashing out, or they love that you really kind of make them calm down, or you make them feel like they don't need to be angry, or you make them feel like you kind of like know how to handle them, or you know what they want. Because this person could be someone who's not lashing out, but they could be very hyper, like they could be very explosive. So they could be like arguing in a loud sound when they're mad or something. And a lot of people cannot handle that, or they feel very scared or intimidated. But you know how to kind of, you know what this person wants when they're like in this mood, or you know how to calm them down when they're like very irritated. Okay. I do feel like something else here about your future spouse, like difficult. Like the future plot is very difficult at first because they're gonna be like literally criticizing you, like looking at you like fuck that. So they might also like say shit, but they're gonna have emotion, but they don't give a fuck. As I said, I do feel like if future spouse later, they're gonna love that you're very crafty, or you know a lot of things about electricity, or you know how to build things. They're gonna love that you're very talented at a lot of things. So you could be very talented in a lot of things. Also, it could be like you know how to dress up, or you are very open to go a lot of places, or you very knowledgeable also about their culture if they come from a different culture. Because I do feel like, or you just not they have a lot of knowledge about other culture, or you travel a lot, or you want to travel a lot. Also, that you do a lot of things. So they might not see that till later that you do a lot of things and you're very good at a lot of things, or you might start really putting a lot of energy and changing the way that you work for things. and then later on they kind of see that you are working for things, and they're gonna like that. For some of you, for some of you, it could be your life is a like when your future spouse can meet your life maybe is a mess, and your future spouse maybe gonna point out a lot of things, and you might just like rise and just stand up and fix your life back to order. And maybe your future spouse not gonna see that, or they need to be away from you because people want you to organize the mess before your future spouse comes to your life, so they would see the things, like good things about you. They will see what you can do. Maybe when you're like when your future spouse met you, you kind of like underestimated yourself, or you're in a bad energy. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a lovely day. You want me to choose a bottle? This is weird. 4 and 3. Interesting. 4 or 3 or 4? Do I have 2 future spouses? Anyway, love you all. Bye.